I think that's one of the things as well that adds into the, oh, I don't like Inferno, it's one of the worst maps, is the fact that, especially for us in the tier 2, well, I'd say maybe 50, 60% of the series we were on at one point, especially towards the start of this year, Inferno was in there somewhere. So, you know, it can be a pretty boring map if you just keep casting it. I, for one, I'm looking forward to something maybe a bit different out of these teams. We'll see. In towards Banana comes the aggression. Eternal Fire scaring away Imperial's initial hold, but not going much deeper than that, taking a pause to get some utility down. But there is a return Molotov. It's going to split them up. Phelps has found the first head. It's worked pretty beautifully here for Imperial. The flank coming round from behind looks good to me. 3 remaining, getting slowly tapped down. Phelps in for another. He will eventually fall, but they're not quite ready for that second player. Still able to deal with him, and the bomb at the back end of the train trying to keep the CTs guessing. He made it look like he was going A, but in fact, he will move towards B.
2v3. What have you got for us, Eternal Fire? What's the play? And Tara's going to stick up closer. The real worrying thing is just how low Wokadia is. Any sort of a body shot, any sort of a tag on towards him, and he is dead, just like that. So it makes you feel like a lot of this comes down to XANTARES. But again, no way he's not exactly healthy as he's tucked in towards dark. XANTARES, how's he swing this? Is it a classic namesake peek? Kind of. But it's so messy. Oh, it's so messy. VINI will find Wokadia. The bomb's surely not given the luxury of going down here, and bye-bye. No way he sees it off, just tucks his head back sight. So that is a better response out of Imperial. That's what we wanted to see out of this side. And off the back of a pretty lackluster map number 2, that's how you can come in towards a map 3 and just forget about it immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. A really great start from them. And it felt like Eternal Fire really did not have much of a way into that round. Yeah, XANTARES, rough. Either way, Eternal Fire, without the bomb plants, they opt to go for a force. Not the most common move, to be fair. A lot of teams like to eco get the AKs out early, but they fancy themselves on the Mac 10s.
Let's see. MP9 up close could do just as much damage with deep banana smoke as well. They've surely got to expect somebody close. And they come. VINI, one pistol pulled out as well, but he's probably a dead man in this position. And there's no need to trade really, or no need to get too giddy because there's a big flank happening. Oh, Henny had a chance. He stuffed his lines. That was a prime opportunity for a free kill.
That is really rough for him. The MP9 maybe letting him down slightly, but the damage that he's done might work. I don't know. A really weird turn of affairs here from Imperial. You've got a flank coming in, but then the guy at car just sort of sacrifices his teammate, throws a smoke down. We'll see. I don't know that it's going to have too much of a negative effect here. Double spray down for No Way, and the MP9 of Descenti wins that fight. That is a strange battle from the door into underpass, not one that you see very often. But Imperial will manage to weather that storm.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think, just a sigh of relief. That was potentially a little concerning, a little worrying, especially when this flank doesn't pay off. I think he just gets just a little giddy, right? He kind of, sees all the bodies, sees the opportunities, and then kind of panics. Not so much panics, just kind of already thinking he's got the kills before he has, and was a little bit of sleep at the wheel, but in the end, doesn't matter. Imperial 2-0 start. And of course, with Eternal Fire going for a force buy, it will mean they cannot bring a lot to the table here in round number 3. Another deep smoke, and probably another expectation out of Eternal Fire that somebody is close. Eternal Fire, they don't really have anything to work with to try and push them out from this spawn as shot as Wokadia falls. And that's probably going to be the case for the round. Just pick them off one by one.
Henny chilling on the corner here. Looking to close things out before it even really gets going. MP9 flies in. Only one. It is the Julies board up on the eco round. Certainly interesting to see, but in the end, there's not much coming for Eternal Fire. So just going through the motions here. Winning out the pistol. A little bit of a hectic Forced buy in the previous, but looking good for Imperial. 3-0 start and good potential for them to really, really expand this lead.
Couple of kills, take them, the consolations. They're not going to make a big difference, all things considered. There will be an AWP in play here if Eternal Fire wants it. woxic got about 6 grand, and he is going to pick it up. So AWP out for him. What AK alongside. He's met with a flash early and a nade as well. Not exactly the best welcome. Present! Oh my god, a second nade. Nearly does all the damage needed to see him off. My god. So early into the round, woxic left very, very vulnerable.
Again, though, goes back down to the neutral game. Eternal Fire drop back. Looking for some A pressure. It's Descenti trying to find timing. Wokadia, though, that was all a part of his plan. Get the smoke out and bait the peak from the apartments. Thank you very much for the freebie, he says. Meanwhile, Banana, the next area of contention. No way on the edge of the smoke. Got to be very careful from here. This could get problematic. However, he is indeed confident in this position, at least for one, but we're going to need multiple out from him. It is only the one before he gets traded. Not going to be enough for my money. 40 seconds and not much control for Eternal Fire. That's about all Imperial have here.
Yeah, I mean, time is ticking. They've got to start making the decision. Henny spotted some information himself. Molotov will meet him towards corner, and the thing is, he's the only one towards the side, but they're going to continue looking over towards A. Maybe a chance it just as smoke comes up towards long. Damage dealt. One more backside as well with an AUG. What can VINI do? The first offering up, and he'll deliver. Looks for a second, he'll get it. And the third as well, they're lining up. Low HP, and the trade will come through from Phelps. That's beautiful. Imperial continue this streak 4-0. And Eternal Fire just do not expect that second man in the open.
Looking good for Imperial here, I have to say. Hitting the ground running on Inferno. We got a timeout coming in, I would assume, from the Turkish side. Wow. Yeah, they will be kicking themselves. There's the man himself. VINI on the AUG in pit. I mean, he is an absolute criminal from that position, bro. When we had the last dance, as it were, this was his spot, this was his map. And that was most certainly his gun. So we'll see if he continues to impress from that.
Let's see. Yeah, 4-0 though. Really nice work. Really good to see. We are seeing Eternal Fire pressure on the shoulders a little bit. This T-side looking anything but bountiful. Aero AK is what they're going to work with in the hands of XANTARES. Probably wouldn't have it any other way. They need a bit of magic from him here. This is a low to half bite for the T side. So one bomb will be lobbies, and Sarge's going to go through that. Flames there, boosting up. No way was O2 ready for it. A double nade to come behind to catch Wokadia. This is beautiful. Imperial, they've done their research, absolutely.
Looking so damn good here, sir. Really, really impressive stuff, and long may it continue. VINI, a complete switch up in position for him, by the way. Looking for a little bit more slowly around the corner. They will come, and in strikes VINI on his trusty AUG. 4K for him. And he will stick with it, of course. 5 in a row here from Imperial.
Can't blame him. Always one of those guns. Of course, it went through those big changes when it was that and the Krieg were kind of meta. And obviously now, it's not used, you know, nearly as much as it probably should be. It's still very, very good, but it's only kind of primarily good unscoped. Yeah, nicely done. Really nicely done. He's still got it. 9 kills to his name. On a whale of a time with it. Eternal Fire back into the buy. Phelps, I do love this, but XANTARES is aware, but he wasn't. I think just the peak of the plume of that Molotov, he just couldn't see. And Phelps getting away with murder. How is he even still alive?
Absolutely criminal. And he, meanwhile, on the AWP. Got to be careful. Yeah, Wokadia ready for him. A weird sort of angle to deal with. Descenti, meanwhile.
What's happening?
He's gone in behind.
All behind each other.
Ridiculousness in this round. And Descenti changes up position. Madja might just drop to him, you know. I don't think the timing's quite going to be there, but they still have to clear out that whole angle. Meanwhile, rotations have come round towards the A bomb site. They're pretty certain of an A hit. Wicadia creeping in behind enemy lines. Bit of 4x3 business. He will be traded instantly. So it's still a man advantage just about for Imperial. Meanwhile, Eternal Fire, like, where has this guy gone? Harry Houdini in the server, and Descenti, I don't think they're going to expect him here at all.
This round's been wild. 3 different flanks happening kind of simultaneously. How ridiculous, but it has still now left the B site, at least at the exact moment, vulnerable. A rotation coming over, no way, going to double back. There's no U-turn though, unless there's a smoke drop CT, which is a pretty common thing for the tier 1 teams, but doesn't seem to be the case. He's going to be just playing contact, going to play fight it. It might just work. There's the first, not quite the second. Madja will trade. Bomb will go down. He's just about got enough time for that. He should hit the banana player, and a drop Molotov to deny his rotation.
All right, we'll see.
Oh.
Madja, okay, doesn't get it off the ground, trying to get himself into a spicy position. Denied that chance, unfortunately. 6 in a row here. The Brazilians taking over the game. Eternal Fire has yet to show up. What a response this is from Imperial after that second map. Eternal Fire, they've already taken a timeout. Maybe another one required here. This is going wild.
This game is looking very, very good if you are Imperial, but that one particularly was a little scrappy, a little weird. Again, at the end, do we really care? No, all right? You know, rounds are being put on the board. It's a 6-0 start, and Imperial are well on track here, taking a 2-1 in the series. Eternal Fire having back-to-back losses to start Pro League was not on the bingo list. Not on our kind of, at least expectations. We kind of saw Imperial, you know, when we spoke about this just prior to the event. A dark horse, absolutely. Eternal Fire, it felt like a surefire thing to see them in towards the playoffs. And at the moment, they're on track to going down to that kind of last chance saloon. In that lower bracket.
Descenti round the corner here. Oh, flash comes in. It failed. It hit him, I think. Oh, no, it bounced off the wall. Either way, not going to plan at all. Henny in behind on the site. So much damage done. No scope at range. We love those. Any more from Henny? No. He's denied the chance, and what an explosive round for Eternal Fire to win.
I thought for a second he might get another. It's not to be, unfortunately, but it will be a first on the board for Eternal Fire. So needed for them. Absolutely need to start chaining a couple together at the tail end of this half. There's no two ways about it. Yeah, like you said, that missed flash, really, really unfortunate. Probably gets at least one, you'd want to say, just for the fact of them being blind. But the fact that they weren't, he just swings into his own demise. So a good first round on the board for Eternal Fire. Maybe comes with a bit of fortune, but you take them all the same. Can they find a bit of consistency? Looks like they want to go quick here. No way. There's a wine bottle to the face of that Molotov. And he has to kind of reluctantly give up a lot of control towards top B, but they're actually not going to really take it. They're going to fall off.
Minute and 20 left on the clock. Eternal Fire looking again to play a bit faster, it feels like. Grouped up behind this smoke. Ready to burst. Not much presence around from Imperial, it has to be said. Just more gathering information. Beautiful nade from Phelps. That is really, really big. 100 damage easily. Plus, I think. Really solid.
Goes just a little quiet. In a 5v5 with under a minute to work with, they're going to head back to B. No way in VINI here to meet them with just one Molotov to try and deny. And it looks like for the CT side, they're not even, you know, jiggling for information. They're waiting off a sound cue or a bit of U-turn. That might just do it. VINI's the one with the Molotov. Waiting for his chance, and in it comes now, surely. Molotov on towards double boost on second. Orange of no way is burning to a crisp. VINI hasn't given away his position on the rotate, though. Wokadia will get caught.
VINI still hidden away, waiting patiently. I mean, the Molotov could be big here, actually. Calyx, just gets the digits in, but it costs him his life, and the smoke will go down at the perfect time for VINI to capitalize. Love it when a plan comes together. However, it's not quite finished just yet. Maja can't get it done, and woxic overwhelmed from behind. Imperial answer back immediately. Number 7 for them here.
Another, VINI masterclass again, right? Really good round on this guy. Continuing to make that AUG ever prevalent. Single-handedly bringing it back. I gotta give him his respects. Nicely done, though. The Molotov and kind of spray wombo combo is a beaut, right? You can just see VINI so confident in taking fights now. Quite literally leading by example. Not only in the stats department with 13-4, but the calls have been excellent too. 7-1. Imperial, this is a stellar CT side already. And there's plenty more rounds to be played here. Concerning times if you're Eternal Fire. For a side that used to be very good on this map. I say used to be. You are very good on this map. Looking anything but right now.
Poor Phelps spotting the back end of a player. That's lucky. Yeah. That's lucky. You got to feel for Wokadia on that one. That is getting CS'd, absolutely.
Trade too, right? That's the big thing. I mean, there was a bit of a crossfire there, but they just missed the timing.
It's unfortunate, but it's the way it goes. Oh, guys. Rough attempt at the boost. Thankfully, there's nobody around to, capitalize or necessarily even hear it. But still, not a good look. Moving in towards B, going to be difficult. There is a classic CT smoke at the moment that might be able to deal with the boost, but it's a question of whether they get that down. It looks like they want to try and burst aggressively. They're going to send it. Maja, big kill from him. However, VINI up top, again, ready for this hit. Trades things out, keeps the advantage, buys time for those rotations, keeps on doing the damage. Currently doing no wrong. Phelps trying to spam away. Nothing coming for him. Got to be careful not to lose his life, but this retake looks pretty good to me.
XANTARES low. So is Phelps, so is VINI. A chance both ways, and it feels like this first fight going to really give it all. No util for the T side. A flank coming through as well. One smoke for Phelps to work with. And VINI leading the charge with the AK in hand, looking to swing, looking to find, will find one. Look where the second of the trade will work, 1v2, and as Calyx now thrusting himself into the 1v1. Henny knows on the rotation, time is ticking. Got to find this fight for Henny, deletes him, and he just about has enough time for the defuse. The win streak continues, and Imperial are going to lock themselves into an 8th, and a really, really stellar retake. Good on them.
Definitely one of the closest rounds that we've had. Of course, Eternal Fire take one, but in terms of the stakes and the swing back, it all comes down to this kill for me in the start. Eternal Fire, they ultimately play that as best they possibly can, but it's the numbers that get away from them. Calyx again looks great in these types of situations. Timeout coming in again. Second one used for Eternal Fire. Game really starting to get away from them, though. 8 rounds on the CT side already. It's brilliant, isn't it?
It is. It is. So far, very little that we can complain about. I guess if you're looking at the side of Imperial, but Eternal Fire, plenty. Attack pauses got to start being used already. You can see both Maja and woxic are getting very vocal here, but they are crumbling at the seams. Eternal Fire, even taking us to this third map. It's really good, and with how dominant it looked as well on Anubis, there's so much to like. And we're just seeing none of that at the moment. Wokadia trying to make a move. And in through apartments, Calyx are being given a decent amount of room in all fairness. Much further than they got last round, where they got caught and there was no trade. Nothing towards Baug, nothing towards Boiler. This is decent information early doors.
Could certainly work. Henny around this corner. Molotov comes in. Oh, they do hear him there. Got to be wary of the AWP now. Flash comes around as well to allow them a slightly better position, but he moves straight back into it. Not really done anything to fully force him off, Secondary flash. Oh, nearly good. Makes it around the corner. They don't want to follow him too aggressively, so it's just little bits of damage for now. Phelps, his position also going to be known in at the arch. Smoke goes down. More damage done, but still no kills. Cadia feeling greedy for this move. He has made a step. Phelps going to be ready. Wacadia still wins it. That's where the HP makes a difference in the end. 5 on 4. Still not secure in terms of where they're going to go. Only 30 seconds, so it feels like it has to be an A hit here. Slow creep in. Henny deleted. Descenti in at pit. Dealt with. And that's the round.
It has to be. It really does. I mean, maybe some exit kills and consolations would be nice, and it will only be 1 for No Way, at least for the time being. AK scooped up. Whether he keeps hold of it, who knows? Yeah, he turns away the worst time. Woxic will see him off. The most conclusive round we've seen out of Eternal Fire so far, of their 2 in all fairness, this map. But, I mean, you can honestly make good conversations to be spoken about here, where we can say, if they don't even get up towards the likes of 4, it could actually be quite a precarious spot. Already 8 on the CT side by Imperial is massive. Even making it a 9-3, you do start to worry about Eternal Fire. They're a side who we generally love to watch them for a lot of their T-side protocols, and we're not seeing any of them at the moment. Proto round of the half. What have you got for us? Well, considering Imperial don't have a bye, you'd hope it's around.
Slow encroachment again. Eternal Fire, I think, a little weary. What the move is, because, yeah, to be fair, they may well expect to force it. USP reveals itself. Wacadia confident. Oh, he's got to be careful, though. There's a lot of bodies coming his way here. Door distraction. He's going to lose the AK, but he's spotted at least 2 more there. They'll be pretty confident for a B hit now. Might have seen all 3, I'm not quite sure on the death cam type thing, but I don't think so. Still, yeah, I mean, by the fact that they're using utility, I would assume that they're unaware of at least 1 player. Gonna get that bomb down. AK lost, but it's not the end of the world. Eternal Fire just desperate for the rounds.
Exactly. AK saved as well for Henny. It's not the worst thing in the world. He got a couple of bodyguards as well to try and make sure that is the case. But Madri's gonna have a little look over. Gonna see whether he can make it any more uncomfortable, but they themselves don't really need to overface. You know, XANTARES got 400 in the back pocket. Cade's got 1.9. Granted, is the second to last round, though, so they don't need to take really any risks. Go for that full save. Keep on what you got. Only the 1 casualty. Not too bad. Eternal Fire going to find their 3rd. Final round of the half coming up, right? And when you look at this, it's very important to see kind of what we get out from Eternal Fire side. 9-3. I'm worried to the point where I don't even think it's sort of manageable. 8-4, it's workable. It's not great. You know, not impossible. Still does feel improbable, yes, but at the very least, it's still got some world in which we can work with. A pistol round, force buy, and before you know it's only a 2-round game. 9-3, though, that is quite the deficit to try and clamber back into. Woxic into an AWP. Been a little quiet this game. Calyx as well, right? He's someone we highlighted off the back of map number 2, but in a bit of a shadow of his former self. VINI hasn't got his favoured AUG for him. Just an MP7. And it's decent. He's going to get caught early.
Calyx looking to track someone in the back here. No one around just yet. Doesn't want to give away this opportunity that they have. You know, 8-4 versus 9-3. It's a really big deal. They need to keep this gap as slim as possible. So Calyx playing it safe. No one peeking in from the Imperial side either.
And he's got a nice little angle. Got a decent amount of ute around the belt. Molotov dropped in towards apartment just in case there was a little bit of a move making its way up. Double stack here by Henny and VINI in towards apps. I like this. They're getting a bit proactive. With a number disadvantage, why not? Only thing is Wacadia is holding. Wacadia is finding both. Wacadia is so damn crisp as Woxic answers one of his own. And he can't make it to. That'll be the half, 8-4. Eternal Fire answer back a little bit. But is it enough to keep them alive in the series? We'll have to see after the break.
Future Pros, getting control on either side can be pivotal. So let's look at a deep banana incendiary you can throw. To throw this, get in line with the left doorknob. Aim to the left of this pole in the middle of the lower brick. Then jump throw the incendiary. This util will cover both hidey spots the T's might seek to play, unless you are just unlucky with the spread. Pair this up with a close molly and banana will be yours.
Welcome back. Second half and final half of Counter-Strike between these two teams. It is looking pretty good for Imperial at the moment, but Eternal Fire managed to find themselves some control, some confidence, you know, a bit of belief. They proved to themselves they can take the rounds, but a very rough start to this map. 7-1 we were down, I think.
Yeah, it's been a tough time out for Eternal Fire, but 3 rounds at the tail end of the half it's something to work with. I'm not gonna sit here and try and, you know, sell the dreams already. I still feel like we need a pistol round. We probably need a force buy as well to start to open the door to that conversation. They are arguably the more preferential CT side. So there might be a world if they can find a pistol, then it's on. But, you know, if Imperial do find it themselves, right, it flips this right back on its head. If Imperial find a T-side pistol here, the expectation is they get a bit of a 2-for-1. There won't be that much of a force, or even if there was a force, that much to bring to the table. So a good chance for Imperial to get all the way up to 10 rounds. And 10-4 would feel outlandish. So what I'm trying to say here is this pistol is so damn important for Eternal Fire.
Not much going on, to be honest. Really, really quiet here. Imperial just waiting to see if Eternal Fire are going for something a little cheeky. Adja going to get a preemptive smoke down, in fact. Now just waiting with the flash. He thinks maybe he's going to bait them in to moving forwards. Maybe he's going to scare them with this flash. Not quite sure, but an early smoke down is just a little bit of confidence, isn't it? Looks like it might end up being a B fake, but then they're not necessarily heavily leaning on A. So maybe they send these B players in, yeah, see what they can find, and then, work around that. Bit of a rough flash for XANTARES. Madja, though, he looks good, saves his teammate a little, and they think they will be ready for this A hit now, and still going to be a lot of players ready to go on this one. Calyx up close, 2 for him on the P2K. Julie's still alive up above, and it is indeed 4 pistols left for that Eternal Fire side. No time now to get the bomb down after that frag. Just Wokadia on this short area. He didn't end the round himself, but XANTARES on that rotation gets it done. Either way, round was secured. 5th in for Eternal Fire.
Yeah, and there is actually an interesting thing now as well, because VINI died off the time. So they might actually force if you're Imperial. I know they didn't get a bomb plant down, but just because of VINI's low econ, they might want to try and reset it. They might go in for a bit of a force buy, despite really not having that bomb. It looks like the odds are going to be no. So yeah, VINI only 700 to his back pocket, which means he won't really have a fantastic buy next round. Maybe the likes of a little armor if he's lucky. Mac 10 primarily, but MP9 can just mow them down. And he wants more. He's hungry for the frags. As Magia swinging in for them all. Okay, you'll see off the final two. Pistols don't really do any damage. And a nice simple 6th one on the board for a 10 of 5. That's what I said, right? Find a pistol. The force buy feels like it's a surefire thing if you don't have that bomb plant. And before you know it, 2-round game or game absolutely on.
I feel like we've got it on, to be honest. I think the Eternal Fire will look a lot better on this CT side. Individually, you know, the wall that they're able to put up is really quite scary. XANTARES is the only one, for me, letting the side down slightly. But then he's over on B with Magia most of the time, so Magia's looking good. Quiet start again. Usual utility around, but no kills coming down just yet. Not even really a lot of damage traded here. It is this mental bonus buy of 5 MP9s, and somehow they make the first frag work.
Swinging through and delivering. Yeah, like we said for VINI, right? Taking a real knock in terms of his investment. We're only on a deagle. Thankfully, though, I guess there's an AK to scoop off the corpse. Oh, no way. VINI's had a really good game so far, right? 17 kills already. Isn't too shabby. Smoke will come down off the back of that tap. What is the play here? woxic up close. Going to be tested. Phelps going to come around this corner as well. Does he clear him, though? Because it's at range on long. There's a bit of pressure. It's a 1-2 punch, make it a 3 punch as well. As Calyx is coming through short. The MP9s are causing problems, and the MP9s are delivering. Hang on a second. 1v4, turn 3. On Eternal Fire, they are continuing to chain these rounds together.
Monstrous round as well. So big in the grand scheme of money and just that roll, that snowball that you're talking about. Descenti not finding enough kills to go in for that bomb, so he will take the save.
Counter-terrorists win.
They're not going to hunt him, but they will look to upgrade their weapons here. Looking very good on that Eternal Fire side. Then Imperial quickly running out of room, very quickly indeed. So I feel a timeout going to be required sooner rather than later. They really should have had at least a bomb plant out from a round like that, you feel?
Great round, though. Honestly, really great from Eternal Fire. Just making sure those MP9s do what they do best. Get into the thick of it, into the chaos, into the carnage of those fights, and utilize that kind of accuracy while moving type vibe about them. They were swinging into mid, trying to catch the AKs off guard, and they do exactly that. And I think it's just, well, for Imperial, they don't expect the sheer volume of MP9s here. 3 of them. 1 up close, 1 long, 1 short. It was beautiful. Phelps, with that Mac 10, sneaking past through the smoke. Calyx doesn't want to give away his position. Feels like he's going to be tested any second. Phelps is trying to sit the smoke as it dissipates, but at range, surely. A dead man walking. Calyx will just dip away.
Phelps quite quickly up here. Alongside the AK as well, yeah, they do have to be careful here. No flash available is kind of wild, but I think they might be looking for a contact play. Oh, the nade is out and misplaced. They're going to take the scrap towards middle. That's a pretty big deal. They drop everyone at mid. Unfortunately, the low buyers not able to survive. Descenti takes a tag. Surely not long for this world here. Molotov, oh, nearly enough to finish him off, but a stray bullet from somewhere has to do the job here, you'd think.
You'd hope as well. Swinging towards graveyard. Oh, Sentinel out 1. But again, only consolation. 8-all, we're all tied square. Game opening up 8-4 half. We said it's workable, it's manageable. All it takes is a pistol and a force buy conversion. Before you know it, game is on. Pause called it by Imperial. They want to get into the conversation, but interestingly enough, it's primarily VINI speaking rather than Zach, and he's doing the bulk of the talking. But I think it's probably also one of those ones where it's a pause call, just take a little breather. These have been some quick rounds, and they've been quickly going downhill for Imperial. Just try and ice out your opponents. VINI trying to rally the troops a little bit, but seems like quite a calm tempo over towards that side of the camp. To a turn of fire. Nothing life at the moment. 4 rounds in a row. You cannot complain.
Simple stuff thus far on the Eternal Fire CT side. Here we are. A big round coming out once again from Imperial. All the trimmings for this. As woxic on his trusty AWP will be looking to get into the action.
Well, Galil, the Senti, is the only real, I guess, bit of a hamper on the full bite. Help's going to eat a grenade here. Tag damage and information, of course. Only on towards the boost on shore. Nothing showing. For Arcadia, it's just a fight that he doesn't have to take early here. He doesn't have to reclaim some space. So very, very slow. Early to mid-round. The Senti's holding. And now he's getting met with a smoke as well. That'll make his life a little harder. Nade will come in towards Pit, but doesn't make a difference. Calyx is already out of there. So these mind games are being played, are very much being won by the likes of Eternal Fire thus far.
Descenti, first one to peak round, wins his fight. Big deal for Imperial. Can they work with it? Only 20 seconds though. It's a lot of pressure to get in. woxic going to go wild off the back of the flashes. The bomb still hasn't moved yet. 15 seconds. A well-placed frag could end it all here and now. Is that going to be it? Bomb hits the deck. The trades have got to be fast. woxic gets himself another. Wakadia is still alive. He's done enough. Phelps in behind. You know, very cool kills, my guy, but there's no time to get the plant. Oh my goodness, Imperial, just that stutter. You know, they found the first kill in a balcony and then you gotta go. And they stood for 5 seconds easily.
Oh, that hurts, that really does. It's just in the chaos of that site as well. They just don't clear it effectively. Even that one kill that's found on site by Arcadia is so important just to sow the seeds of doubt. And a turn off fire, that's now 5 in a row. Found by them, and another timeout called by Imperial, and you just can't blame them. Without the bomb plant too as well. Yes, they got lost bonus, but they haven't got, you know, a fully fledged buyout here. Looks like it's going to be a Hero AK and a Galil picked up by the Senti with the rest of the team just dipping into upgraded pistols. But so far, so good for Eternal Fire. We said about them kind of flexing their muscles a little bit in towards map number 2, and they're doing that and some here on the CT side. Arcadia's double, so important. It absolutely kills the momentum for Imperial. They had a chance there as well, and it just so rapidly slips away. 8 to 9, Eternal Fire for the first time. This map taking a lead. A deep nade here could do a chunk of damage. And it does.
Calyx, picked up from somewhere. Left quite low onto the AWP. The old Bogdan's Law. I've said that one for a while. Either way, what are we cooking up here on the Imperial side? It looks like Eternal Fire finding the pace right when it counts. Yet to drop a round. Looking good at the start of this one as XANTARES takes a dry swing and a key fight won for him. They will start to encroach towards this B-bomb site on the Imperial end. But Eternal Fire, very, very ready for what they have in store. Magic has got this smoke. Soon as there's a bit of presence over the top. Oh, it will be a bit late, you know. The flash kind of messing with him ever so slightly. He does spam down one. No way with a big frag. Oh my goodness, Magic bailed out by his teammate. 4 on 2 ensuing here. They do get the bomb down, which in the context of the round itself is pretty good, right? Definitely what they wanted, a return on the investment, but they need the wins no matter where they come from. They have to be scrapping and vying to win every single round. No way looking away from Banana. However, the nades give it away. He's good for the first, not ready for the second quite yet. Tries to push in for more. It's a P250 of any, and he misses out on those headshots. Double digits now for Eternal Fire.
Not bad. This is a beautiful display. A flawless half. A Counter-Strike still out for this side at 6 in a row. And we'll continue coming back to this number because it is just miraculous. A really solid showing. And Eternal Fire, so confident to take fights, back in themselves. A little bit close that round, maybe arguably closer than they should have been considering what they had, but Eternal Fire, all they care is that the scene are over. And they're inching ever closer to the map and the series. Imperial, this has been a lackluster T-side showing. Struggling to find anything back into an investment, heading back on the AWP. What can you do with it? No way! Oh, that's a beautiful double entry. Hello, welcome to the server. That is the Imperial we know and love. And that's the B-side.
Exactly what we expect out of this guy. New blood on the block, surprising everybody over the past month or so with some of the numbers that he's been putting up, and a really great way to get Imperial potentially back into the matchup here. We'll see. Eternal Fire will be the first loss that they have stomached in the second half, so big questions around how they respond, how they look when they have to come up with something new. Maybe this now activates their trap card, as they say. Time will tell. And they've got plenty of timeouts to work with as well, so maybe we get one of those.
Exactly. You know, it's one of those things where I don't think it's enough to make them feel that much pressure, but I think it's just one of those things where it's okay, you know, we've tried to be a little aggressive in towards Banana, and for the most part it's been working, but all it does take is just one individual like that to really pop off, and our B-hold is a little fragile. I think for Eternal Fire, it might just force them to slow things down a tad, pump the brakes a little bit in terms of the aggression, prioritize utility rather than the manpower, so to say. But all in all, really great work from the youngster. Double entry, double kill, and before you know it, a 9th round put on the board, and making this a one-round game, right? That it just shows the foundations put up by Imperial in that first half, even though this run of form has been rough, you know, 6 rounds in a row they lost, they still find themselves now only just one behind. Not the end of the world. I don't need to panic just yet.
Deep nade damage coming in here, a lot onto the Imperial side, but No Way again playing confidently. Going back to his roots, I suppose, the dry swing of a pug. Again, finds success.
And now, it all goes eerily quiet off the back of it. Eternal Fire trying to figure out how they want to play this. Double stack through B, double stack through A seems to be the play. No, it's not a lie. Wakadi's actually just going over to drop some util. And Tara's got a molly nade to work with. Smoke going to come out towards long as well, but it is a bit of a ruse. It still feels like this bomb wants to commit towards B. And for Imperial, they've got the bodies here. It's only one man. XANTARES been a little bit of a quieter map out of him. What have you got for us? Nade on the corner. No Way takes a tag. That might be a bit of information. And a Molotov and a smoke is being lined up as well, both ways. The body missed from the T side, however. That might change things.
Still going to go for it. 30 seconds, XANTARES. Oh, he's still in an awkward spot, but they go in a little bit later. The molly actually spread down slightly. I think they paused because they figured that it wasn't going to go at all. But he ended up being Molotov. Ooh.
Man, XANTARES done so well there, so well. Molotov comes down. That buys time for a rotation of the long player, that Arcadia, to come over to support him. Finds that first fight. It's a tough angle as well because he has to basically just only connect with the head. That's all he can see. And he waits for the swing on the second and he delivers. Really nice stuff on towards VINI here. And that drops the bomb too. That's the round. Dead in the water. Done and dusted. Even if XANTARES has fallen towards backside. I don't think they're given the luxury of a bomb plant out there. Eternal Fire back to their winning ways. Really nice round of the XANTARES. Like we said, been a little quiet here in this third and final map, but the impact ever present from the Talisman of Turkey. A 2-round lead, 2 rounds away. Even a shot from woxic, but he's given the luxury of life as he can get out of dodge.
What's the response going to be from Imperial then? They themselves out of timeouts, I believe. So not much they can do but roll with the punches and then hopefully try and take it in regulation, but I don't think they would be too afraid of playing this into the overtime. Slow roll up banana. Utility is going to be quick moving. They're ahead of everything here. Phelps eyeballs that smoke ultimately. Not even a lineup, just throwing it straight in. They've got the site control. Not even a coffin smoke here from Imperial. Trying to mix it up, keep it fresher. Dangerous swing from Maja. He does so much damage to these players, but unable to finish any of them, unable to drop the bomb. However, he keeps his life, and yeah, this is just such a weird... You'd call it a post plant now, but like they're very, very close for this retake, looking to overwhelm before anyone gets into a decent position. Everybody like out in the open for Imperial. Just really, really awkward spots to deal with.
A couple of them low as well. Phelps, no way. Henny. Phelps, the lucky man to even still be alive as well. And Utah would be brutal. Maja going to spam down for one. Does he expect a second towards Dark? He definitely does, as Phelps will fall, dropping down as he finds one, but VINI going to line up two. A chance here, but denied as woxic will see it off. 2 kills to his name in the 1 versus 1 as well. Means Eternal Fire map and series point. An 8-4 half for Imperial, and since then, just 1 round. And Eternal Fire have ran it all the way back to what has been a beautiful display. 12-9, they find themselves 3 match points they've got to deal with to see off Inferno. What a response, what a showing, and again, what a round there, showcasing the individuals. Over towards Eternal Fire, beautiful stuff.
Imperial frustrated. You can see there were notes everywhere there for Eternal Fire is what I noted. Imperial, not as many, and it looked like VINI had some that he maybe kind of screwed up a little bit, frustrated with them, and he's going to take a bullet in the back of the cranium. Not the way you want to start what could be the final round of the series here. IGL out of action. Top fragger out of action. Oh my goodness, no way. Indeed, no way that he doesn't go down there. Holy.
Lucky man indeed. Oh my god, another tap around that corner as well. XANTARES will just dodge it. 1 minute to work with. Life on the line, and the numbers disadvantage situation for Imperial. And no way, of course, as we saw, as he was having not so great of a time in the flames, it could all come down to this. Will they make it?
Maja. Up top. A position that Imperial have struggled with in the past. A well-timed Molotov, but Descenti finding Wicadia getting excitable down middle, I suppose. Still going to look to go B, so still got to worry about this boost for my money. No way is low. Phelps looking, creeping forwards. Yeah, Major is right on the silver platter. Can't deny a frag like that. He gets himself a second through the smokes, and Tara is still alive at the back end of the site. Easy find onto No Way. It's Henny all alone, and he gets traded out. Eternal Fire take it, and the energy out from the IGL. You see what it means. A hard-fought battle the whole way through. Map 1, so damn close. Maybe should have taken it. Map 2, a little bit of an outlier. And map 3 started very, very poorly indeed. So